How many times have you been out there working on your putting and you have all these high-tech gadgets, you look like Tin Cup, you got things strapped all over you trying to improve your stroke? It doesn't need to be that complicated, and there's a lot of really good, simple training aids out there, like this one I have here today called the putting wheel, and I've used this, I really like it a lot, and it gives you some immediate feedback, but the best part about it is it's very simple. You can throw it right in your golf bag, and it's pretty self-explanatory. It's going to give you some great feedback right away. You don't have to be hooked up to a bunch of sensors to figure out what you're doing. So all it is it's a ball that's sliced into kind of a thin slice that's going to roll just like a golf ball. It's got about the same weight as a golf ball. I think it's actually the exact same weight as a golf ball. And I'm just going to roll this, and what happens is if we hit it off center a little bit, instead of rolling end over end, it's going to start to wobble around, and we can see right away that we're not getting a good clean strike on it. I'm going to go over a good drill to use with this here in just 1 second. But one thing that I really like about this is you start getting this visual of seeing this line in the direction that you want to putt and getting the ball to roll directly on that line. And then it also comes with a cool little clip you can put on your ball, and then you can take a Sharpie and draw those two lines so that when you're looking down at your golf ball, when you're out on the course after practicing with this, it's going to recreate the same visual that you had with this. So now let's go ahead, I'm going to show you a couple drills that I use with this and give you a couple really good practice tips when you're putting to drain some more putts. All right, so the way you're going to use this device is you're simply just going to line this up the direction that you want to putt. I've taken a straight uphill putt here, and we're going to see right away if I'm putting a good stroke on this. So if I'm coming across the ball, either right to left across the ball or kind of inside out this way across the ball, that's going to start to wobble, and you'll see right away. So I'm going to do my best to put a pretty good stroke on this. We can see it got a little bit of wobble at the beginning, so I didn't hit it dead square, but it was close enough to where it still went in the hole. So now let me go ahead and talk about a couple things I would do as I'm working with this to make sure that you're getting the correct roll. And I'm not going to line this up directly toward the hole with these, so if these don't go in, that's okay. We want to line that up a little bit more accurately usually. If I start to go a little bit too much right to left across the ball this way, we're going to see the ball start to wobble for sure. So you see it almost turned over sideways. I actually still went in the cup, but we know that we're not getting a good roll on the ball if we do that. That was just kind of lucky. So if I do that, I'm going to start to go a little bit more what would be inside out. So let me scoot up here just a little bit so you can make sure you can see this on the camera. So I got the ball, I think I'm going right to left across the ball. It's not getting a good roll on it. I'm going to start trying to go a little bit more inside out or this way, and we're going to see if that makes it better or worse. So I'm just going to try to go a little bit more that way, left to right. And we'll see that that made it a little bit better. So now I know I'm going kind of in the right direction, and I just want to play around with that, going a little bit more inside out, a little bit more outside in until I find that perfect zone to where I'm getting the ball, this putter wheel, to roll perfectly straight every time. And you may hit 15 or 20 different putts in slightly different angles before you find your perfect zone, and that's going to allow you to really get that good roll on there. A big part of how many putts you make is how well you can get the ball to track and to roll. So even if you have the right speed and the right alignment, if you're glancing across the ball, you're just not going to be as consistent because the ball isn't going to start to roll on the green right away. So this is really going to help with that. And again, the best thing that I like about this is it's super, super simple, and you don't have to have a lot of stuff. You can throw it right in your bag. You can mark up your ball to look exactly like this, and it's going to help you to roll more putts. Now as we're doing this, let me give you a couple things to focus on as we're practicing on this. So once we've got the ball to roll straight, now I want to focus on a couple of basics as I'm doing this is going to help me to be more consistent. Number one, from my ankles to my knees to my hips, my entire lower body, I don't want that to move at all. So I'm going to stay really, really stable with my lower body. The second thing I'm going to do is as I hit this putt, I'm going to keep my focus right down on the back of the ball and let the ball roll out of sight. I'm simply going to listen for that ball to go into the cup before I look up. There we go. So I know I made the putt. My eyes stayed focused on that one piece. My lower body stayed stable. That's going to give you a lot more consistency. So as you're putting with this putter wheel, keep the lower body very stable. Keep your eyes focused on one spot behind the ball all the way through the stroke, and then don't look up to track the ball. A lot of times what will happen is you'll start messing with the stroke a little bit there at impact. If we start to look up too early, we're going to just listen for the ball to go in the cup. So make about 5 in a row from 5 feet using the putter wheel. You're going to know you're well on track to having a good stroke. Then you can go ahead and mark up your ball, and you'll be ready for the round. All right, so now that we got a great putting drill, it's going to help you to make more putts. The best way to do this, the best way to put this to use is to get closer to the hole. The easiest way to get closer to the hole is to be closer to the green off your drive. And we're going to do this by increasing our club head speed and maxing out our lag. If you guys want to build tons and tons of lag, I have a free video that's about to pop up in a second talking about the #1 lag mistake that I see. So if you're ready to increase your club head speed, start driving it farther, I'm going to play a preview of that video. Go ahead and click the link that pops up on your screen or down below in the description. You'll be able to watch that video absolutely free of charge. Plus, you're going to get 5 free top speed golf videos that go over our top speed golf system. So good luck to you guys. I'll see you all in the lag video. Hi guys, and welcome back. I'm Clay Ballard, and in today's video we're going to talk about one of the absolute worst drills for creating lag. It's a very common drill that I see. And in this drill, what we're going to do is we're going to set the wrist very early to create an angle of lag, and then we're going to try to hold this throughout the swing. It's one of the worst things that you can do to build lag. I'm going to talk about the science behind why this is the case, and I'm also going to give you a great drill to help you improve your lag, all in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. If I do it this way versus holding that position, exact same thing happens when we're building the lag in the golf swing. So what we want to do is throughout the swing, I want to have a very low and wide takeaway. So I'm not going to set my wrist early at all. If you look at a lot of the top players, you look at Adam Scott, very wide takeaway, not very much wrist set at all. You look at Rory McIlroy, look at Tiger Woods. All these players are using a wide takeaway and not getting very much wrist set, so that later in the swing, as we start down, we can increase this wrist set, and we're really only going to max out this angle of lag for a split second in the downswing. Okay, so a 3-step drill here. Now, as we get started with this, I want to remind you that the fulcrum in this golf club for getting a massive amount of lag is right at the end of the golf club. This is where I want my hinge point to be. I want to use the full length of this club to build lag and then release lag.